place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. The starting five. This is our lineup brought to you by State Farm. Someone certainly will be keeping an eye on Jason Kidd.
You know, you think over the last decade and a half of the NBA, there's nobody more suited to lead a team than Jason Kidd. He just does everything you want from a point guard. Passing, rebounding, he'll make a shot when he needs to. He gets loose balls, he chases down long rebounds, and he can really make his teammates better, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I think it goes beyond his passing and retrieving loose balls. When he sets guys up, he knows exactly where they want to catch the ball and with how much force. I mean, he really does an excellent job of making scoring passes. So when you receive one from him, you're in position to put it in the hole.
Well, it was the Toronto Raptors winning their last game against the Celtics in Boston. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
As a team in that game, they shot the ball incredibly well. And that was the number one reason they came out on top.
And it was no fluke. I mean, they were as in sync as you could hope for, really working hard and creating quality shots. And they did it time and time again.
He dishes it to Crawford. Can't get it to go. Good D by Wade. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
Overall, offensively, it was not pretty for them in that game. Obviously, Clark, I guess when you look at the final score, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, they had to be extremely frustrated by their effort or lack thereof at the offensive end of the floor. It just wasn't there. Not very often, but every now and then a player will throw his teammates under the bus. It happened last year here in Orlando with Dwight Howard.
And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Crawford with the steal. On here we go. Crawford all alone. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Costly mistake at the other end to set up that fast break.
That's what you want to do after a turnover. Push the ball up the floor and strike quickly.
Clark, you brought up the comments from Dwight Howard from last year. Very much hinted that his teammates were the problem and not him as the reason for the Magic's struggles. Steve, how do you assess that thing?
Well, that's never going to work because now you got a whole team full of guys who feel slighted by their star. They had all kinds of issues a season ago, just with all that drama with Howard, and it showed. I mean, that team was talented and yet bowed out in the first round.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
You know, one of the things you have to do when you're trying to turn a franchise around, like the Raptors are, you have to control your home floor. And the team made some improvements a year ago, especially defensively under Dwayne Casey, but they still have not been able to be consistent winners in Toronto, and that's the next step for them.
Now Haslam inside, and good on the basket. Book it. Haslam's got 5.
And the offense, I mean, 3 or 4, a solid start for this game.
Oh, trying for it. Here's Kidd, the 15-footer. Good. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, Doris?
We talked about the strategy as it applies to D. Wade. He said Dwayne can score at will when he gets into a rhythm. So our job is going to be prevent him from getting into that rhythm in the first place. Because if we can't do that, the points will just pile up. Most opponents are completely aware of that, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Steve just brought up the Raptors here at home. And, you know, Steve, they were 13 and 20 for him last season. So not exactly defending the Air Canada Centre by any means. And Clark, as you make a move as a franchise, that becomes like the first thing that you've got to show, that you can protect home court.
Well said, Kevin. You can't expect to be a playoff team if you're not north of 500 on your home floor. So the Raptors have brought in some talent and should and could do a better job of it this year.
Taken away by Kidd. Here's Crawford, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
The Magic trail by 5. And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Number 1, Jamal Crawford.
You know, to me, everything about free throws is about routine and consistency. How you set up. What is your pre-shot routine? Where you look. How you follow through. I mean, whatever he did last year, he did it better than anybody else because he led the league in that category.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
There's the triple. Orlando grabs the miss. This, their first look at this year.
Watch out now. That just shows you guys, I mean, he's always in aggressive mode. I mean, he will exploit any opening the defense gives him, and he's always probing, looking for opportunities to attack.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Lets the three fly. Good, and the assist to Kidd. And it's 7 points for Crawford. The Magic trailed by 4. And it's Wade slamming it down.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. What a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Raptors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks.
Dwayne Wade, a player who's dealt with some injuries over the years. Matter of fact, he deals with bad migraines from time to time. He actually looked into playing with tinted goggles to help with that, but the league wouldn't allow it. They said it would prevent defenders from seeing his eyes.
Thompson, defended by Carter. And it's Wade penetrating over Smith. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And he's a go-to scorer for a reason. Devin, he's aggressive, can adapt to what the defense is doing. You can put your best defender on him. It doesn't matter. Wade will still find ways to get to the basket.
Yeah, he's able to make acrobatic finishes and shots that you just can't believe he does. I mean, it takes your breath away, Steve. It's a hard shot, an impossible shot for most players, but for him, it almost seems par for the course.
And going back to Wade and those migraines you were talking about, Clark, the league said he couldn't wear tinted goggles. Might have been a stylish look, but Steve, they said that it was an unfair advantage.
That was a surprising ruling, Kevin. I'm not sure where the advantage would come. I guess because you can't see his eyes, that it would put the defender at a disadvantage. But still, you'd think they would give the guy a break with migraine headaches.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Pekovic checks in for Villanueva. And it's Carter in for White. And Shumpert kicks to Keenan. And the rebound goes to Nate Robinson.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
Josh Smith is checked in for Wallace. Orlando also making some changes. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jimmer Fredette. And Nate Robinson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Tracy McGrady's checked in for the Raptors. And a change for the Magic. Pierce is checked in.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
They got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
Good luck. Here's Pekovic, and an emphatic dunk.
Major glass eating that time, fellas.
That's just the kind of aggressive basketball he's known for.
Yeah, it seems like we see that play from him almost every night. An offensive board that ends with a slam.
Here's Carter. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Raptors lead by... So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Number 31. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, plenty of players have needed to wear face masks at certain points in their careers. But there's one player for whom the mask has become a permanent fixture, and that's Rip Hamilton. After breaking his nose 3 times, he was in danger of needing major surgery if he broke it again. And so he's worn the mask ever since. Rip said, "I take pride in it. That's like my cape. There's a lot of great players in the NBA, and that separates me from everybody else. So I love it. It's my identity, and I'll wear it the rest of my career." Kevin?
Well, Doris, it is a signature look. Thank you.
You know, the Magic have been one of the bigger teams in the East for the past several years, mostly built around Dwight Howard's rise to stardom. But last year, they took a bit of a step back. I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Look at the Magic's record against the East. 30-18. That's a good mark, but they still only managed, Steve, to grab the 6th playoff seed in the East.
Well, this fella can rise up there with the best of them.
Just a crazy finish, guy.
He's one of the few players with the athleticism to pull that off.
And the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a play. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 10 points for Wade.
Man, it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
The Magic trail by 3. Got a piece of it. Feeds to Kaman. Kicks to Shumpert. Gives him the lead pass. And that one's good. Haslam's got 7 points.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint. And who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area. So I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Iman Shumpert last season started off playing at point guard for the Knicks, the position he played at Georgia Tech, but it would seem he's better off long-term at the 2 or 3 spot. More of a slasher than he is a playmaker, and an excellent defender to boot.
We're all hoping he comes back from that blown knee he suffered in the playoffs against Miami.
He probably tried to do a little too much there. That was good defense.
It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. And the Raptors with some changes. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Wallace. Carter comes in for White, and Nate Robinson is subbed in for Jason Kidd. The Magic also changing it up. Paul Pierce is checked in for Hamilton, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Shumpert, as you mentioned, Clark, started off playing point guard, but the Knicks concluded that he was better off playing on the wing. Steve, you agree with that assessment?
Oh, no question, Kevin. He's not a natural point guard, but he is a good ball handler. I think you can play him as a combo guard. Maybe off the bench, come in for either.
Oh, how about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow. Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Pekovic. Smith comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for J.R. Smith.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
McGrady passes to Jordan. The Magic have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. The Magic making a switch here. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Young with the ball. Now Smith defending. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter.
Boy, that was a heck of a catch on that pass, and then to lay it up and in, all in one motion.
That's about as graceful as it gets, huh?
Splendid.
And I like that he just went with a simple layup instead of trying to do anything too fancy. He just got the job done.
Wade drives in. That one goes. Count it. Wade's got 17.
Well, that was a nice start. After having a good first quarter, he's showing us more of the same here.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, before Dwayne Casey took over as head coach of the Raptors, he worked as an assistant on that NBA champion Dallas Mavericks squad. He was largely responsible for implementing a lot of their very effective zone defenses. Asked whether we could expect to see more zone from the Raptors, Casey said, "You've got to be a good man-to-man team in the NBA before you start putting in the zone. I didn't want to distort that idea and say, hey, we can play zone if things don't work out. Our rock has to be our man-to-man. Guys, Casey doesn't want any shortcuts defensively."
Well, at this level, sometimes that zone's not going to work, Doris. They've got to...
Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
My goodness, look at him throw that thing down. I mean, he's as agile as they come, guys, and powerful.
Clark, the backboard is still shaking.
I think that one will make the highlight shows, don't you think?
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, they were a fairly decent free throw shooting team a year ago, Kevin, about 77% from the line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Wallace is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Smith comes in for Jamal Crawford. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Nate Robinson. Wade with it. Now Smith defending. And finished off by Shumpert.
From distance, that was an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop as you're going to see.
How about the pass to put the ball on the money from there? That's impressive.
Good. 8 seconds left in the first half of the game. 1 second left. And it's Orlando with another. Here's Smith. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And we're through 2 here and a good one. The Raptors out in front, leading by a point. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got a rivalry battle on our hands today. Let's break it down. The Raptors are giving it everything they've got. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. Vince Carter not having much difficulty scoring against the Magic. After 2, he's got 10 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. And for Orlando, they're looking good in their own right. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. D. Wade was phenomenal in the first half.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Good game for Jamal Crawford. He's got 11 points and 1 steal. I think that was as productive a first half as he could have hoped for.
Yeah, he really came out looking strong right from the opening whistle.
Pekovic is out there with Smith. Then it's Crawford. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug-of-war, back and forth affair. But if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game. Well, for Chris Kaman, last season was a transition year for him. Traded from the Clippers to New Orleans, and then he was put on the trade block by the Hornets. I'm sure he's glad to leave that uncertainty behind with a more settled situation here.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Wade kicks to Pierce. Knocked loose. Back to Wade. There's the dish to Pierce. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And it's 6 points for Paul Pierce. And for Kaman, an unrestricted free agent coming into this season.
And that can be an exciting time or a pressure-packed time for a player, depending on how he handles that. A chance to go to a team that really...
Look at that.
pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And it's Wade penetrating.
Watch out! Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
Oh, the one-hand jam.
This is an interesting matchup. Neither team has been able to get an edge.
I tell you what, it's been enjoyable to watch this one. I mean, they haven't given an inch to each other, and neither side is backing down in this one.
Carter against Wade. And Crawford with the basket on the assist by Carter. 15 points for Crawford.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
The Magic trail by 3. Wade, right side, with the lead pass. Has it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. And then Carter with the jam.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Here's with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Augustine screen on Kidd. And it's Wade penetrating. That's good. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
That's grace over power, guys. That finger roll gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
Kidd dishes to Smith. Good in the assist to Kidd. 12 points for Smith.
He may not be their top 3-point option, guys, but you still got to cover him. I mean, you got to defend him in some form or fashion.
That's what he does. Attack the heart of the defense and get straight to the rim.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. A nice shot by Carter.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Kidd against Augustine. Wade. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Wade's got 29.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Jason Kidd. Orlando also making some changes. Hamilton comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Augustine. Keenan. It's good. This game is all even.
They've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Stephen, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Wallace comes in for Josh Smith. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Vince Carter.
Jamal Crawford is a smooth scoring combo guard. Great ball handling ability with that quick release on his jump shot. And he can really get that shot off just about any time he wants.
And Steve, you said it. I mean, for Jamal Crawford, he is an expert shot creator. He's quick. He keeps the ball on the string. His handle is really tight. He's got a quick release. He can make tough shots against good defenses. All of that makes him really difficult to defend.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Toronto. Carter comes in for Jason Kidd. And a change for the Magic. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Chris Kaman.
Another board, just continuing to add to that big rebound margin.
And it's a bit ironic, guys. I mean, you would think the score wouldn't be so close the way they're dominating the glass. But this one is still in the balance.
Crawford kicks to Smith over Wade. And it's Smith missing. Orlando leading. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And the shot is good. Augustine's got 6 in the quarter. The Raptors have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Crawford against Augustine. Goes baseline, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And offensively, Kevin, he's got a lot he can bring to the table, given the situation. You know, he can give you 20-plus without showing you the same move twice. And it's that varied offensive game that really keeps defenses off balance.
And, Steve, you know, his ability to come in and rattle off 10, 20 points in no time flat, that's a gift and a real asset for any team. Some guys need a while to get going, not him.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Nate Robinson's checked in for the Raptors. Raptors trail by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And up the court come the Magic on the break. He feeds it to Young. Now the pass to Augustine. Dishes to Kaman. Pass to Pierce. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Fade away. And no good trying to get that one. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. Who's had the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Well, let's go to Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Magic that garners the uncontainable game. It was in the 3rd quarter when things started falling their way, and they were able to build this lead. No doubt they'll try to keep that momentum going through the end.
Okay, Doris, thank you. And that was quite a run, guys. That made a big impact on where we are right now.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say, Kevin. It was a major turning point. You know, they really hit on something that, in the blink of an eye, had them scoring almost at will.
Well, you got to share the credit for that kind of run. I mean, you can't just say it was all about offense. There was some stingy, stiff defense being played, too.
And so in the game for the Magic, Haslam's out there with Richard Hamilton. Then there's Chris Kaman. Then there's Amon Shepard. And it's Augustine in at the point guard. Back to Hamilton. That's good. And the Magic lead by 1.
What a great game. This looks like it's going to go right down to the wire.
Well, you talk about what happens in close games. Mistakes are magnified. Both teams have to be very careful down there. Oh, hammer time. Hammer time. Did you see that?
Oh, we got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that again.
I need a replay. I'm not sure what I just looked at.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Crawford right side. Over Shepard, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, we know he can run hot or cold, but I like the way he's playing today.
The Magic shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Augustine passes to Shepard. Outside Pierce. And he connects with the jumper. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Kidd against Augustine. There's Chris Kaman on the assist by Augustine. 6 points for Chris Kaman.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Well, they've really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Augustine dishes to Pierce. And the rejection by Smith. Crawford kicks to Smith. It's hauled in by the Magic. Haslam's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Pierce on the wing. From the arc. Again, Pierce missing.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I thought so too, Clark.
Here's Smith. And another basket for Toronto. Shumper with it. And here's Augustine. On deep. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Iman Shumpert. And the Raptors call time here.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning the timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Pekka. Carter with the 3. Good, and the assist to Kidd. 21 points for Vince Carter. The Magic trail by 6. Augustine with it. He's picked up by Kidd. T-Wade on the wing. Now the feed to Haslam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Haslam's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's been a great day for him from the field, but his team still trailing.
Shows up on the high post. And again, it's Toronto converted. The Magic have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Augustine passes to King. And the layup falls.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Jordan kicks to Crawford. 3-pointer. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
Wade dishes to Pierce. It's stolen by Smith. Throws it up high. Deflected. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Augustine's running. No luck. Good work defensively by Carter.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something out there.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the 4th. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
You know, he's yet to miss in the quarter. Flawless efficiency from the field. I like it.
Running out of time. Pierce for 3. Jason Kidd grabs the miss.
Shooting-wise, he's having a tough quarter. I mean,
rim is shaking.
Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
And Augustine kicks to Pierce. Gets it to go.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Vince Carter on the wing. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
The Raptors making a switch here. Pekovic is checked in. Taken away by Kidd. And now running up the court, Kidd pushing it up. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And they're closing this game out in style. I mean, I like what they're doing here, competing till the very end.
That's certainly what it looks like. I mean, there's no let-up in them so far.
Wade against Crawford. Here's Haslam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
Kidd attacking. Carter beyond the arc. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Well, not much they can do at this point.
Nope, playing for pride. Trying to finish strong for pride's sake.
Unbelievable. 3-pointers for both sides in just a matter of seconds.
Now I think it's a matter of them just trying to top each other.
He kicks it to Keenan. Count that one. Now Smith. Here's Pekovic, and he throws it down with one hand.
Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
Here's Shumpert. The baseline jumper goes down.
Well, you like the execution there, springing their man open and getting him the easy hoop.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Herman along with our 2K Sports Group, thanking you for tuning in.